How's it going, guys? It's Jake, and we are back with another World of Warships Legends replay. This time, I think I got this one over the birthday celebration in August. This replay is from September, but this was a crate ship. I think it was from 2024 that it was released that time. I could be making things up, but I'm not sure. But either way, this is the black version of the tech tree ship Ibuki, Tier 8 Japanese heavy cruiser. I think I've got several replays of Japanese cruisers on here. I know I've got a Mogami one. I know I have several of Amono, and I like the light cruisers better than these heavy cruisers, which is a little unusual for me because I'm typically all about heavy cruisers. But these just feel very different to my play style, right? I don't mind being shot at when I'm playing a cruiser, but it seems like kind of the whole way up, right? Even Aoba is a little different. I can't forget about the furry taco. But tier 4 and tier 5, I feel like there's a learning curve, so you don't really notice it, or the battleships are kind of... Tier 5 battleships is when you start to get really good battleships like California, Hyuga, Warspite. Maybe they just don't feel as accurate, so you don't get punished as much, perhaps. But they didn't feel so bad for me. But Miyoko, Mogami, Ibuki, and even Zao a little bit, I feel like it's hard for me to play that style that I like, where I'm okay being spotted and shooting. It just seems like you can't get anything to bounce. You can't get anything to miss. And like, for instance, right here, I am not well angled at all, and I might get slapped pretty good here. I know I take some damage in this game, but I don't know if it was from like a one big hit kind of thing, and then I managed to kind of hang around for the rest of the battle. But right there, I'm angled, right? And it's just, especially at legendary tier, it seems like the super accurate battleships and everything overmatches 27 plating. It seems hard for me to not have to play in this kind of kiting style, right? And the Japanese torpedoes are really good. The heavy cruiser line has really, really bad torp angles. They're just awful. And like even Zao, they're like limited to, like they're limited to like a quarter of the ship on each side off the back. Like you can't even do it from a kiting angle. You have to be broadside to launch these torps. So maybe it's just a hull design thing, combined with like a style of play kind of thing. I just don't really care for Japanese cruisers all that much. Now the guns are good, right? I mean, the AP is definitely slept on, because I don't know, if you play tier 7, how many times you get, stuck in a spot where you can't disengage in your battleship and you've got a Suzuya shooting at you. It can be very frustrating, right? Like, Japanese HE is really good, but the AP isn't anything to sleep on either. The guns are good. The turret traverse is terrible on these guns, but you get 5 guns. Like, the guns are nice, right? It's just, like, the calling card is kind of the torpedoes and the HE. And it seems like just the way the hull is, the layout of the hull, the ship design, you're very limited to doing both of those things well, like when you're in a compromised position. It's just not for me, I guess. I mean, if I sit here the entire time and spam HE at this Montana, it's like, I guess that works. But if he shoots at me, like, there's nothing I can really do about it. But either way, it's not really like, oh, these are bad. I don't think these ships are really bad at all. I just think it's more of a preference thing, and I'm all for angling, but like the rudder build kiting is just a lot of like constant work. just for you to eat a stupid citadel that you think you dodged anyways, and like to me it's not really all that worth it. Plus it seems to me like I struggle to get all the fires I need to effectively play Japanese cruisers. Like, you're relying on fire chance a lot of the time, and I don't seem to get the fires that I think I should, right? Like, I could play a Pan-Asian light cruiser like Chumfan, or I don't have Harbin or Sejong yet, but or Dalian or Irian, and I don't get all of the fires that it seems everybody else does. So like, to me it's just like I have to use torpedoes and AP to get a big percentage of my damage, even though the fire chance this game doesn't seem to be too bad. But either way, this isn't a really high damage game. A lot of the replays I have aren't, because like my thing is I like to show that like even being an above average player and not like a super great player can net you really good results and make you playing worth your time, right? Just by doing the small things well. And this is a really good showcase of that, as I think I eat a torpedo here like a dummy. Yeah, overturned a little too much there and couldn't dodge that second one. And a permanent flip. But, spoiler, we do make it work to the very end. And this is actually a surprisingly competitive battle, right? I mean, the state of the game definitely hasn't changed in the last 6 months, even at this time. This recording's from September, I think I said that earlier. But it's still pretty lopsided most of the time. And yesterday was update day, so that was, definitely a disaster. But either way, pretty good result here in a game, even though it's not like the highest damage game you've ever seen before. But, I mean, those are just my thoughts on Japanese cruisers. To me, it's like, they're good destroyer hunters. That's kind of how I like to play any Japanese cruiser. Like the alternate line, really good at that. Spamming torpedoes is a light cruiser, obviously, but spamming torpedoes, hunting down destroyers, it's really good at that role. But not my favorite, just like a lot of things I don't want to say make these ships difficult to play, but you really got to have your head on a swivel a lot more, where it seems like your Russian or your American cruisers, you can kind of focus a little less on the DPM, and, you being next to a cap often gives you a position to where you can, isolate your engagements. Either way, talk to you guys on the next one.
残り5分です。
全艦に次ぐ指定エリアの占領を開始せよ。敵巡洋艦撃沈。